My name is Paula Flowe. I'm the founder and director of the national organization, The Hitting Stops Here. One of the purposes of my campaign is to have corporal punishment banned in the U.S. public schools where this is still sanctioned. Yes, in 21 states, teachers are still allowed to beat children with a wooden board. And many people think that this is the way to train children, that if you don't beat them, they're going to end up in prison. The statistics prove quite the contrary. My daughter here is going to talk to you, and I want you to get the understanding that, excuse me, many people have said that, you know, their parents beat them and they turned out all right. As a matter of fact, Ronnie Sutton of North Carolina said he was beaten like a rented mule and he turned out all right. Well, you know, I drop my cell phone at least 5 times a day and it turns out all right too. But that does not mean that's the best way. And today I'd like you to meet my daughter, who was not beaten, and she turned out all right. So I'd like you to go ahead and introduce yourself and tell me about yourself.
My name is Nia. I'm 20 years old, and I am a college student right now. My childhood was definitely a peaceful childhood. I don't have any memories of being beaten. My father didn't beat me, my mother didn't beat me, and because of that I feel like naturally I have positive thoughts, and it saddens me to know that kids starting from elementary school are being beaten and not given the freedom of mind and imagination to succeed, and it's just taken away from them because it's such a controlled environment for them that they don't even have the will, or they're not able to think on their own, and it's just sad. My mom put me through piano lessons. I was in piano lessons starting at 6. I was in the marching band in high school. I'm an artist. I love to draw. I feel like I've had the freedom of mind since I even could think. And I'm grateful to have had a parent who did know how to discipline me in a positive way, because I'm a happy person right now, and I feel privileged. I feel like she helped me to have the confidence in knowing that I can succeed. I know what I want to do. I want to be a graphic designer. I'm actually getting packed up right now to move out right now. I'm moving to a different state to continue college and fulfill my dreams of becoming a graphic designer. I'm going to continue marching band. I did that in high school, and I'm going to continue that in college. And I'm really excited. So, thank you, Mom.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Nia did not grow up in a violent home, and it was my desire to see to it that her home was peaceful. If there was any place in this world where my daughter could count on there being peace, I wanted it to be in her home. And in school, fortunately, California and Hawaii, there's no corporal punishment, so I never had to worry about that at school. But I want to really urge parents to study positive discipline methods for your children. My daughter is very happy. We're very close. She is not spoiled. And she is able to think freely, and she's an independent thinker, absolutely a leader. She has full confidence. And I never beat my child. And I am very proud of her. I feel confident. She is moving to another state, and she's getting there early to start the spring semester because she wants to get a home. She wants to look for work, and she has all the confidence in the world to do that, and I have all the confidence in her because I watched her grow up. I helped her learn how to think independently, and no violence was used in having her arrive in this place. And so
and I do want to mention too that in you disciplining me in a positive way, you've taught me to communicate in a positive way. I feel like I'm able to have a relationship without without the feel of, okay, is he going to beat me when he's upset with me? Or I don't have that feeling at all. Like, being beaten is so not normal to me. Even the thought of that is like, no, I'm not going to be beaten. I'm not going to have a husband who's going to beat me. And I'm just grateful that you raised me in a way that I always know that I'm going to have good communication and I can have positive relationships because I know what that is. Yeah. So
we have to protect our children, and if we teach them through positive means, then violence feels foreign to them, and they run from it. They avoid it. And I know everybody wants that for their child, their daughters particularly. And I urge you to visit my website, thehittingstopshere.com. Also visit nospank.net. And you'll learn a lot about raising your children without violence. You'll also learn some methods and see resources for teachers on how to run a classroom where there's no chaos. I started teaching when I was 22 years old. I was just 2 years older than what my daughter is now. I taught in the Bronx. And my principal would come in my classroom and say, your classroom is always so peaceful and well run. And it's simply because I respect children. I respect people. It doesn't matter what age they are. And when you give respect to people, they thrive.
And when you motivate people, they thrive.
Yeah.
And you can't motivate kids by beating them. You're discouraging them from education.
Yeah, they don't really want to learn because they're protecting themselves and they're just trying to survive. So this is, again, my beautiful daughter. I love her so much. And I could only hope that everybody who raises their children and every teacher who walks in their classroom can go in with a big smile on their face. Not waiting till December until you smile. I mean, the first day you greet them and they're there and they're happy to be in your classroom. My students, I'm in touch with students from the 80s. I started teaching in the 80s, and my students are still in touch with me because I've always respected them and shown love towards them. And I could only hope that every classroom, the teachers would have those skills that make kids want to learn, and parents have skills that make kids thrive and grow. She was able to learn about 8 different instruments because I left her alone, and I didn't do anything to make her feel afraid or like she has to survive in my home. Just thrive like a beautiful flower in the sun and the rain. So thank you,
Mom.
Thank you, honey. I love you.
I love you too.
So I just hope that everybody would have a wonderful relationship with their child, with their students, and it can be so much fun. I love kids, I love teens, I love young adults, and I love watching them blossom into adults who are capable and feel confident, like my daughter is now.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay. Go to my website, thehittingstopshere.com. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.